Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Now in today's video we're going to be doing what if Naruto had every kekkei genkai part 4. So yeah, please make sure to like and subscribe. It really does help me out, and if you don't know, I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. But also another cool thing is I'm trying to beat V's. Maybe you know, maybe you don't. He has 590 subscribers. Please let me pass him. We're so close. But I don't want to waste your time too much. Let's get right into the video. Okay, so one day, I was just sitting down, relaxing in my living room, and a thought popped into my mind. I was like, okay, where do I want to take this what if? How do I want to end this what if? And I just thought, I want to make Naruto stupidly OP. So, in today's episode, that is what I'm going to be doing. So there's already a bunch of kekkei genkai that I haven't given Naruto. So get ready, because he's just going to get a bunch of new kekkei genkai, and he's going to be OP. Like, it's not even close. Nobody is going to stand a chance, and if you want to see that, please stick around till the end. Trust me, it'll be worth it. Anyways, last time we left off, Naruto was just heading off to the final stage of the Chunin exams. Now, as I already told you, Naruto, at this point, see, here's the thing. The Mangekyo Sharingan is a type of Sharingan, right? And the Mangekyo Sharingan is a kekkei genkai that you can unlock. And see, here's the thing. Since Naruto has every kekkei genkai unlocked, like, already, that's basically what it is. I'm gonna give Naruto a Mangekyo Sharingan. Yep, and Mangekyo Sharingan. If you ask why, well, first of all, I just said he's gonna be OP, and second of all, plot. And yeah. So Naruto heads off to the final part of the Chunin exams. He goes to the arena and everything. And his first fight is against Neji. Now, you guys might be asking, what is Naruto's Mangekyo Sharingan ability going to be? Well, first of all, he has an ability that can disrupt chakra. So let's say your opponent is about to create, like, a jutsu. Well, then if you use the chakra disruption, it destroys their chakra control, right? It creates a disruption of chakra, right? Like, that's pretty self-explanatory, and then they can't perform the jutsu. They have to redo the hand signs and everything. And his second ability is gonna be a genjutsu. And this genjutsu, basically how it's gonna work is he can make, this genjutsu is almost escapable. There's no counter for it, just like the Tsukuyomi, and it's pretty OP. Naruto can make almost anything seem like anything. So, he can make the person under the genjutsu see anything Naruto wants them to see, while they're still in real life, because Itachi's Tsukuyomi works where in 1 millisecond in real world time, a couple years passes in the Tsukuyomi world. But the normal world is still happening. It's just Naruto can alter what they see in the real world using the genjutsu, if that makes sense. Sorry for going on that rant. Back to what if. So Naruto goes into the arena as, he walks in, and Neji does his whole speech on destiny, being like, I'm destined to win this battle. I'm part of the Hyuga clan. this match was decided before it even started. Neji does his whole thing, but Naruto really just couldn't care less. So, he just is like, okay, can we just battle? As Neji's like, fine. As he activates his Byakugan and rushes in at Naruto with full speed. And I would love to say that this was a close fight, but it wasn't. Naruto activated his Mangekyo Byaku Sharingan. Like, do you already realize how OP that is? Mangekyo Byaku Sharingan. Let that sit in. Let that name sit in for a second. And Neji rushes in at Naruto as Naruto just uses rotation. Just Uno reverse carding Neji, who's like, rotation? But how? You shouldn't know the Hyuga clan abilities. As Naruto's like, shut up. As he says 8 trigrams, 64 palms. In this really relaxed way. As he literally just continuously destroys Neji with his own kekkei genkai, right? And then he says, he uses his Mangekyo Genjutsu. As in Neji's perspective, Naruto is just standing there. As he's like, you idiot, why are you just standing there? As suddenly, he feels a Rasengan slam into his back and realizes that Naruto standing there was just a genjutsu. He wasn't actually standing there. And see, here's the thing. He feels the Rasengan slamming into his back, but he can't see it, because he can't see Naruto. He's still in the genjutsu. He sees that Naruto is still standing there, but Naruto isn't standing there, which makes this genjutsu be able to make yourself invisible. That is quite OP, because you control what the person under the genjutsu can see. And with that, one OP Rasengan to the back can get Neji out if one uppercut from Canon Naruto was able to get Neji knocked out. So Naruto wins this match. Surprise, surprise. And all the other matches go the exact same. Within Gaara and Sasuke's match, Gaara ends up using his perfect defense. Sasuke decides to use his Chidori and slams through that perfect defense, stabbing Gaara in the shoulder. Now Gaara, of course, once again goes crazy at this and goes into his half-transformed Shikaku state. This is when the Konoha Crush begins. But see, here's the thing. Orochimaru isn't here, which means Hiruzen won't have to deal with Orochimaru and won't end up losing his life. So Hiruzen and his Anbu, instead of fighting Orochimaru, end up going and fighting all of the intruders, which contributes majorly to decreasing the amount of damage that was done to the village, while Naruto and Sasuke go on to chase Gaara. Now Gaara, just as in the usual, gets carried out to the woods. Temari and Kankuro get him out of there. But Naruto is so OP that he literally catches up to them in no time, right? He's right on their trail. Using his Byakugan, he can see them from like a kilometer away. And they were just like, dang it, how's this guy tracking us? As Kankuro takes out his puppet and starts trying to attack Naruto with his puppet, but Naruto activates his Mangekyo Byaku Sharingan and uses his Mangekyo ability to disrupt the chakra the chakra lines that connect the puppet to Kankuro. So Kankuro loses all control over his puppet, as Naruto uses a Rasengan to literally just go through his puppet, destroying it. At the same time, Naruto casts actually, you know what? Naruto doesn't do that. After that, Naruto literally just uses he uses Swift Acceleration 3. That is a new stage he unlocked of that, as with this new incredible speed. Like, imagine Mangekyo Sharingan plus Byakugan plus Swift Acceleration 3. That is like Minato speeds nearly, right? So he just snatches Gaara and just straight up knocks him out in one punch. One punch, man, just kidding. And Gaara, with this, turns into the full Shukaku state. Naruto realizes that knocking him out may not have been a good idea, since now Shukaku has completely taken over. But at the same time, Naruto's like, yeah, this isn't going to be too much of a problem. As he summons Gamabunta, and he's like, hey, Gamabunta, just get me close to Gaara, I can handle the rest. As Gamabunta's like, sure thing. And Shukaku keeps sending his wind bullets and stuff at Gamabunta, but Gamabunta keeps dodging. And, this just keeps going until he's like, okay, this is good. As Naruto leaps off of Gamabunta and does a signature headbutt, going straight into Gaara and waking him up. Also, sorry if you guys were hearing some buzzing in the background. I have 37 notifications from Discord. Back to the I got 37 notifications during this one recording. Wow. Anyways, back to the what if. That's the end of the Konoha Crush. Naruto deals with Gaara. Hiruzen doesn't die because Orochimaru's dead, remember? Naruto literally just disintegrated Orochimaru. So he'll be back, but not yet. And that's all. Yeah. That's how the Konoha Crush ends. And with that, Naruto and actually Jiraiya as well are tasked to find a new Hokage, because Hiruzen decides that he is getting a little old for this job, and after fighting all of the invaders, he realized that maybe the village is in need of a new Hokage. So Jiraiya and Naruto go off to find Tsunade. So the next day, Jiraiya and Naruto just meet up at the gate and head off. Now, they just have no plan, as they just go around, looking for any hints, any clues, any signs, anything really. And eventually, there is this one person who tells them that Tsunade was around that city, that one area, and just points in the direction, naming the city that I don't remember the name of. And Jiraiya and Naruto are like, yeah, thanks for that information, that'll be useful. As Naruto activates his Mangekyo Byaku Sharingan. Why does that have such a long name? You know what? I'm gonna call that the Mangekyo Byaku. The MBS, right? And you know what? No, I'm gonna do an EMBS because Naruto has an eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. You know what? No, I can't. Do I? I do it. Yes. Naruto has an eternal Mangekyo Sharingan because... You know why? First of all, that counts as a kekkei genkai. Second of all, plot. That's a common theme in this what if so far. Just plot. Yeah. Deal with it. Anyways, so Naruto has an EMBS, I think it's called now, EMBS, that's all I'm gonna call it, Eternal Mangekyo Byaku Sharingan, that's what it stands for, it's just too long of a word, and he uses his EMBS to just scan the area, looking for any signs of Tsunade, and looking for the city that they were talking about, and it doesn't take them long to find the city. And they look around for a while, finding mostly nothing. And after that, they decide to, eat and rest at a bar for a little bit, just to get some rest. And at the bar, there's this one particular woman who seems to be very drunk and keeps creating a lot of noise. Now, Naruto heads over to that area to just complain and be like, yo, can you quiet down? You're creating so much noise. And looking at Tsunade, Naruto realizes, wait, is that Tsunade? And Jiraiya comes over and is like, wait, Tsunade? And Jiraiya tells Tsunade about everything, how, they want her to come back to the village, become Hokage, do that sort of stuff. And Tsunade, hearing this, is like, Hokage? Me? And she's just like, nah, I'm not fit for that job. You gotta find someone else. No, that village, I'm done with that village. As, she goes on her whole rant, like, disrespecting all of the Hokage. And hearing this, Naruto's like, no, I am not having this. He's like, stop disrespecting the Hokage. Those Hokage are amazing people and have risked their lives for this village. And, they start having an argument as Tsunade's like, fine, you know what? Kid, I have no idea who you are, but let's take this outside. If you beat me, then I'll go back to the village and become Hokage. But if I beat you, which is obviously the outcome that's gonna happen, there's no way you're beating me, then I stay and you leave me alone. And Naruto just smirks and he's like, sure. Easiest deal of my life. So, sorry guys, I had to go and do something, but I'm back. Anyways, so they would go outside, and, Tsunade would get into a position, and so would Naruto. And Naruto's like, okay, do we begin? And Tsunade says, yeah. As Naruto says, well, Naruto activates his EMBS, Eternal Mangekyo Byaku Sharingan, literally the most OP name for a dojutsu I've ever created. And the instant he does this, Tsunade's like, wait, what was that? And Naruto's like, you have no idea. As Naruto literally disappears from Tsunade's vision, because he actually casts Tsunade under the Genjutsu, and from Tsunade's point of view, Naruto literally just disintegrated into a bunch of tiny glitter particles. And while she can't see anything, Naruto starts destroying her with insane taijutsu, and Tsunade has no idea what to do. So she decides, just for now, since she can't see Naruto for some reason, to activate her 100 healings jutsu, and this way, there's no way Naruto can do any damage, because the 100 healings can literally just restore anything. So, Naruto notices that, using his Eternal Mangekyo Byaku Sharingan, he notices that, there's a huge, concentration of chakra going up to her forehead to the small, diamond-shaped, mark. And looking at this, Naruto's like, I don't know what you're trying to do, but I'm not gonna let you do it. As he uses his second Eternal Mangekyo Byaku Sharingan ability, as he disrupts all of the chakra going into Tsunade's forehead, and Tsunade fails to activate the 100 healing seal. And she's like, what happened? As Naruto activates a full power Rasengan, imbuing all of his chakra into it, and finally releasing the Genjutsu, as Tsunade gets one moment to see before Naruto slams the Rasengan straight into her, maybe not knocking her out, but getting her to the point where she has to admit defeat. So with that, Tsunade ends up losing and has to go back to the village. And they do not, in fact, encounter Orochimaru because, well, guess what? Naruto already dealt with him. And if Orochimaru came back by now, he doesn't have enough time to search for Tsunade. Neither does he need to, because his arms weren't sealed away. And with that, Tsunade comes back to the village and becomes the Hokage. Now this is where we're going to be having a 3-year time skip. So, heading into this time skip, you guys thought Naruto was OP, right? You have no idea. So Naruto goes into this time skip, right? And first things first, he learns Rasen Shuriken. Naruto is a prodigy among prodigies, right? In this what if. And so it doesn't take him too long to master the Rasen Shuriken, which is already incredibly OP. But it doesn't stop there. Remember, how he's a super prodigy, and in canon, he was able to master the Sage Mode in 1 week. Naruto is way faster at learning things now, and also he has 3 years. So Naruto also ends up learning Sage Mode. Then after that, he goes and talks to Kurama, and Kurama and Naruto get a pretty decent bond. Not like KCM 2 level bond, but Naruto under certain circumstances can access KCM 1, but only if he's on the brink of death. That's the sort of way. But Naruto can access Kurama's chakra up to a Two Tails cloak or more, easily, pretty easily. And if you thought that was all, Naruto unlocked his Rinnegan. Because Jiraiya and Naruto, not being complete idiots, if Naruto has the Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan and the Byakugan, then why shouldn't he have the Rinnegan? So after some immense training and a lot of time, maybe an entire year of the training, or let's say 2 years, because we have so much time in this training period, Naruto unlocks his Rinnegan and, learns how to use the paths of the Rinnegan. And with that, Naruto can use the Kurama influence Sage Mode Rinne Eternal Mangekyo Byaku Sharingan. Do you guys understand how OP that is? That is every dojutsu in Naruto combined into one dojutsu. This is stronger than the Rinne Sharingan. The Rinne Sharingan is a kekkei genkai, right? You know what? Let's say he has the Rinne Sharingan. First of all, because that's also a kekkei genkai. But second of all, he didn't have to unlock it just like the Rinnegan, because when his Rinnegan unlocked with his Sharingan, let's just say it merged to become a Rinne Sharingan. I know that's not what happened with Sasuke or Madara, but I do not care either, because Naruto actually already has the Rinne Sharingan kekkei genkai. He just has to unlock it, and I feel like this kind of meets the requirements for that. So yeah, Naruto now has a Sage Mode Kurama influence Rinne Eternal Mangekyo Byaku Sharingan and a bunch of other jutsus. And he heads back to the village. Now, on his way back to the village, he just comes back and gets informed that Jiraiya, who has been spying on the Akatsuki, right, reports to Tsunade that the Akatsuki might be planning an attack. And, Jiraiya just says that, they might be attacking the Leaf Village, and it's probably going to happen sometime soon. Now, Jiraiya was in fact correct. And a couple of days later, the entire Akatsuki ended up coming to attack the Leaf Village. Now, does this matter to Naruto? No, not going to be a challenge. And it's going to be so easy for him that he destroys literally everyone and just keeps, literally destroys all the paths of pain and all of the Akatsuki until there's just Obito remaining. And Obito starts phasing through Naruto's attacks, right? And you guys might have been saying, oh, but Naruto's Mangekyo Sharingan ability is too weak. Oh, it is so OP. because when Obito started phasing through Naruto's attacks, all Naruto had to do was disrupt the chakra in Obito's eyes, and Obito couldn't phase through his attacks anymore. After that, it was completely just game over. Until Obito, who was about to die, used his Rinnegan to revive Madara. And I know I usually don't take this path with my what ifs, but Naruto is so OP, he could beat like Ishiki at this point. And so Madara gets revived, and Madara just goes, starts running in at the village, being like, oh, dang it, where's the Ten Tails? Thought it was supposed to be summoned. And Obito, who's on the ground about to die, is like, it's just, he just takes a little bit of Naruto's Kurama chakra, and says, take this chakra and put it into the Gedo statue. We have all the other tailed beasts already. As Madara, takes his advice and completes everything required to create the Ten Tails, summoning it, and then, Naruto just sits there and waits, literally allowing him to merge with the Ten Tails because he's that confident in his ability. And Madara's like, wow, so powerful. As, he awakens both, just turns on both of his Rinnegan, and he's just like, kid, I don't know why you let me do this, but you're kind of stupid. As Naruto's like, yeah, just fight me already. As Ten Tails Madara runs straight in at Naruto. But Naruto does have a Kurama influence Sage Mode Rinne Eternal Mangekyo Byaku Sharingan. I'm literally not gonna say that name ever again. So Naruto is literally on par with Madara at this current stage. Ten Tails Madara and Naruto are like even in terms of strength. And this keeps going on and on and on until Naruto finally lands a critical blow. He used Swift Acceleration 3 and then used like a Rasen Shuriken. Oh god, if you fuse this Swift Chakra into a Rasen Shuriken, that might be insane. So, he gets this crazy point blank range blow on Madara, thinking that it would easily kill him. But little does he know, he underestimated Madara, as Madara comes out of the smoke and just stabs, literally just hits Naruto really hard with his truth-seeking orbs, and Naruto, from what he can tell, dies. After this, Naruto just is like, wakes up next to Kurama. Kurama's like, kid, you realize you're basically dead if I wasn't here, right? And Naruto's like, yeah. And Kurama's like, listen, if you let me out of this cage, I can help you and help you survive and make you stronger. And Naruto's like, why didn't you just say that earlier? As he opens the cage, and Kurama's like, wait, it was that easy? And yeah, he's like, yeah, of course, I trust you, man. And, they do the whole fist bump thing. And after that, Naruto, who was currently in real time falling to the floor, seemingly dead, suddenly a huge orange aura just bursts off of him. As Madara's like, what? But how? As Naruto has now entered KCM 2, paired with his, I don't even want to say what his eyes are called. As Naruto's like, well, you're dead now. But right as he says that, Madara gets stabbed in the back by Black Zetsu, summoning Kaguya. And Naruto's like, I don't care who you are still so dead. As Kaguya's like, do you know who I am? And as she's saying that, Naruto just like runs in and decapitates her. And Kaguya, who barely heals from this injury, is like, wait, what? But how? And Naruto blitzes at Kaguya again, literally getting punch after punch after punch after punch after punch. And Kaguya turns around, trying to throw one of her decay ash bone thingies, but Naruto easily dodges it. Like, it's not even close. And just says, listen, Kaguya, I feel like, I mean, you were a decently worthy opponent, but I'm just a bit too strong for you, you know? As Naruto, like, concentrates all of his chakra, like, musters out all of his chakra, as, you know, he puts it and concentrates into one ball of pure chakra in his hand and starts muttering, swift release, wood release, lava release, and starts saying every type of release, like literally every release, every sort of possible combination release, kekkei genkai, release, all the 5, you know, normal releases, and suddenly the ball starts glowing this rainbowish color, and Naruto just manages to barely compress it into his palm, creating one huge glowing orb. As Naruto's like, finally, the perfect move. As Naruto just takes this orb as it levitates like on his fingertip, and Naruto points his fingertip at Kaguya and says, die. As the orb at the tip of his fingertip blasts off at Kaguya like a bullet, and it goes at such insane speeds. It's like faster than the speed of light, and Kaguya can't even react or switch dimensions or create a portal or do anything, as the instant this orb connects, it literally destroys Kaguya down to its every last atom, creating an explosion that like destroyed everything in a 5-mile radius. And if you guys are wondering, wait, did the Leaf Village just get destroyed? Well, no, because they were not inside the Leaf Village. They were like, for plot reasons, right around like 5 miles away from the Leaf Village, just so that Naruto could pull off this one attack and not destroy the Leaf Village. And with that, both Kaguya and Black Setsu, who was hiding in her sleeve, I guess, that's where he hides, right, got just literally completely disintegrated. And just to stress the power of this attack that Naruto invented, if he created a big enough version of it, this attack could, like, you know, if he mastered it in the future, you know, after he becomes Hokage and everything, this attack could literally incinerate the entire move. Like, Toneri could cut the moon in half, but Naruto could literally destroy the moon down to its last atom. But with that, Naruto becomes the hero's village, saving the day, and I must say, that is going to be where I'm going to be having to end off this video. But before I end it off, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate all of your support, and I did just unlock community posts, so I'll be doing some polls there for my future what ifs and everything. So if you want to see that, please check it out. And yeah, goodbye. See you next time.